Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This time we will going to learn about the lubrication. So this video is important for engineering chemistry students. So let us start the learning. So what is lubrication and what are lubricants? It has been known from ancient times that lubrication helps to reduce wear of solid surfaces. So the substance which is used to reduce the wearing and tearing are known as lubricants. So, a lubricant is defined as a substance which is often a liquid and it is introduced between two moving surfaces to reduce the friction between them. Whenever the solid surfaces are in contact and if they are in a relative motion, they give rise to the friction. So, friction is nothing but it is the force of resistance to the relative motion of the two solid surfaces which are in contact. Also, coefficient of friction is the ratio of force of friction to the applied force or load. So by applying the lubricant, we basically reduces the coefficient of friction. And the process of application of lubricant is known as lubrication. So what is lubrication? It is the process of application of lubricant between two moving or sliding surfaces. Now let us talk more about the functions of the lubricant. Apart from lubrication, lubricant has various other functions. For example, it acts as a thermal barrier and reduces the friction, wearing and tearing, and it also prevents the welded joints. How it can prevent it? Because it basically controls the wastage of power. It basically controls the expansion of metal. It also acts as a coolant, thereby avoiding the loss of energy. Actually, the frictional heat which is produced due to the motion is absorbed by the lubricant which is applied. Hence, it controls the expansion of metal. So, it helps to maintain the shape and size of the metal. Thus, it avoids the seizure of the moving surfaces. It acts as a coolant because it absorbs the frictional heat. It also acts as a sealant. Lubricant acts as a sealant, that is, it does not allow the escape of gases from the engine under the high pressure. Also, it prevents the attack of moisture on the machine surfaces, thus, it helps to prevent the corrosion. So, it also acts as a cleaning agent, we can say, because they have a tendency to wash off solid particles produced due to the combustion of wear. Thus, with the presence of lubricants, such particles are transported away from the sliding surfaces. So, this helps to control the corrosion. Thus, it helps to reduce the operational cost. Now, let us talk about the characteristic of an ideal lubricant. An ideal lubricant is the one which should have a high boiling point or a high freezing point. Lubricant should have a flash point or a fire point very high or as high as possible. Necessarily must be higher than the working temperature of the machine in which the lubricant is to be used. Also, it should have a low freezing point. What does it mean? It means that pour point of the lubricant should be low as possible. It must be lower than the working temperature of the machine where it is to be used for lubrication. A lubricant should have adequate viscosity. Viscosity should be adequate, whereas the variation in the viscosity, that is the viscosity index, should be to the lower extent. That is, the viscosity index should be high as possible. A lubricant should have a non-corrosive property. It means that a lubricant should not have an acidic nature nor it has a basic nature. Acidic and basic nature makes a lubricant reactive with the environment and thus it basically causes corrosion. So a good lubricant should have a non-corrosive properties, that is it should have a neutral nature. A good lubricant should have a good thermal stability also and it should have a saponification value low. Saponification is the process of formation of the soap. If the lubricant has a high fat content, it will saponify and thus the oil get adulterated. Apart from these properties, a good lubricant should have a good oxidation stability also. A lubricating oil, the tendency of the lubricating oil to form a stable emulsion should be low. That is, emulsion formed by oil and water should be unstable. So, a good lubricant should form an emulsion which can break off easily. So these were some important characteristic properties of the ideal lubricant. Now let us move forward. Let us talk about the mechanism of lubrication. So we have three different types of lubrication mechanisms. Number one, fluid film mechanism. Number two, thin film. And number three, extreme pressure lubrication. So depending upon the working condition of the machine, these three lubrication can be applied. The very first lubrication is fluid film lubrication. It is also known as a thick film lubrication. It is also known as hydrodynamics. So a fluid film lubrication has two names. Here, liquid lubricant with a high viscosity is applied in the form of thick film between the two moving surfaces. The width of the film should be 1000 Armstrong. So between the two moving surfaces, the lubricant which is applied should have a layer of about 1000 Armstrong. Such film helps to avoid surface to surface contact of the moving surfaces. Also, this type of lubrication reduces the coefficient of friction up to 0.03, whereas it is very much low if we compared with the unlubricated surface, where the coefficient of friction is observed about zero point 0.5 to 1.5. This type of lubrication or the mechanism can be better understood by considering the operation of the journal bearing. We know that the bearing consists of a shaft rotating at a fair speed with a moderate load. So the lubricant which is applied in annular space, when journal bearing is stationary, the two surfaces remains in contact. But as the shaft begins to rotate, the film of lubricant also rotates between the two metallic surfaces. So due to the presence of this thick oily layer, all the deformations of the metal surfaces are filled up and a pressure is developed which is practically very low, and it keeps the two surfaces away from each other. So thereby it reduces the wearing. The motion is smooth as the resistance to the motion is restricted amongst the particles of the lubricant. So as to achieve the best results, lubricants chosen should have an adequate viscosity so that an uniform layer of lubricant is always maintained between the two surfaces. Here, the most important thing is that the adequate viscosity should be there. As we know that it is complicated to choose an appropriate lubricant for this purpose because oil have a tendency to change the viscosity with temperature. Even during the different season, it is difficult to maintain the viscosity due to fluctuating temperature, especially if we take a vegetable oils. So hence here the blended oil are the most suitable for this purpose. So why we require blended oil? Because they have an adequate viscosity. Among these, the examples are hydrocarbon lubricants blended with long chain polymers are found to maintain adequate viscosity at working temperature. Also, to avoid the gum formation, antioxidants are added to them. So, this mechanism is used to lubricate machine parts in swing machine, clocks, and scientific instruments. Thus, this type of lubrication is applicable where load is low and also speed is not very high. So, in such type of machinery, we use thick film lubrication. Now, let us talk about thin film lubrication. It is also known as boundary lubrication. The another name of this lubrication is boundary lubrication. This type of mechanism is usually useful under some specific condition. The conditions are if viscosity of a liquid lubricant is low, if machine which we are using or which under which we are operating, it is having a comparatively low speed. Also, the machine is working at a very high load. So under these conditions, generally, working conditions we have gears, rail axle boxes, tractors, and rollers. So such type of machines are working with a high load. So a continuous thick film cannot be used here. So here the thin films are required. Thin films basically get absorbed on metallic surfaces due to physical, chemical, or both the forces, and it is retained there. Also, the coefficient of friction falls around 0.05, 0.15, and the load on the machine is carried by the absorbed thin film between the sliding surfaces. Here, the lubricants applied are soaps of vegetable or animal oils. Why? Because they possess a great tendency of adsorption on surfaces. So these soaps form a very thin film which basically covers all the irregularities of the metal surfaces which are in contact. So the soaps are suitable at moderate temperature. Why? Because at high temperature they get decomposed. Hence, these are not suitable to be used in internal combustion engine. In such cases, instead of soap, we use mineral oil blended with the fatty oils or fatty acids. Now, let us talk about the extreme pressure lubrication. So, this is the third type of lubrication. It is applied where pressure and speed both are very high. So, here the conditions are very extreme. Under such conditions, temperature also increases. To satisfy the requirement of a lubricant under such extreme conditions, generally mineral oil with special additives are used. So, here in extreme pressure lubrication, under such working conditions, the liquid lubricant may not stick to the surfaces and it may also decompose at that high temperature, so losing its lubricating capacity. So, there might be loss of lubricant due to vaporization. So, to satisfy the requirement of a lubricant under such extreme condition, generally mineral oil with special additives are used. Such additives used to improve the specific characteristics of the lubricating oil. So, the additives which we used in extreme pressure lubricants are chlorinated esters, sulfurized oil, or phosphates. The metal underlying this film of lubricant react with these additives and forms a metal chloride, metal sulfides, and phosphides. So these metal compounds have a very high melting point. Such additives provide a good results on metals like iron, but they are not suitable for silver, copper, or titanium. The machines where we use extreme pressure lubrication are cutting tools, rock crushing machine, wire drawing machines, etc. Hence, the film of lubricant having these additives remains on the surface of the metal and provide adequate lubrication under such condition. Such additives give good results on metals. In addition to these additives, colloidal suspensions of solid lubricants in oil or resins have been found most suitable for extreme pressure lubrication. So this is all about the different types of mechanism. Hope you all have liked this video. Thank you.